Good day, everybody. This is Vaughan Harris, and there's so much going on right now. I think for a lot of people, it feels like we're under perpetual attack. But the way I see it and the way that I feel is that this is probably the greatest opportunity we as individuals have had to make amazing and significant changes to our lives. This virus has shown how quickly things can change. You know, everyone has felt that this world that we live in is just it's going to just keep going on as it is until, until something happens. And look how quickly the economic system just came to a standstill worldwide, not even just here in South Africa. So the way I'm looking at this, it's multifaceted. I think the first thing that we as individuals have to do is take charge of what we're feeling. Look at what you're feeling. When I go out into the world, which is not often, obviously, the one thing that I pick up from the few people that I encounter is there's this unceasing anxiety, an anxiety that just doesn't go away. And what it does, this anxiety, it's all based on what's going to happen. What's going to happen in the future? How does the future look? Am I going to make enough money? Am I going to be able to live where I'm living? Are my kids going to be safe? Will I still have a job? It's based on all of that stuff. And those are all unknowns. And when we're living in that state of anxiety, we're not flourishing. There's no way to flourish when you're in a state of anxiety. And anxiety, when it gets into stronger places, it becomes fear and panic and hysteria. And this is also all based in negativity. You know, there are a lot of people in the world that their staple diet is negativity. So I always say it's a lot easier to believe in negativity because you'll never be disappointed. It's a lot easier to be negative because you can never be disappointed. If you have hope and faith and trust, chances are you'll be disappointed. You know, so for me, it's pretty simple. We have to pull ourselves to the present moment. We have to be grateful every single day for what it is that we do have. We cannot project ourselves into the future. It's an unknown. We have to know that in this present moment, whatever happens in the future, I will deal with it. I will do the best that I can. If I'm sitting here and fearing something, I will probably manifest it. So put into your present and into your present day and into your present moment what it is that you want to be, the life that you want to live, the dreams that you have dreamed. There's an opportunity right now to change. We're basically going through the greatest death and rebirth that humanity has gone through in many, many, many decades. And the death can be the end of a job, you know, the end of your comfort, you know, moving home because you need to downscale. There's many, many forms of death. But I know after death comes rebirth. And that is always the choice that you have, is to listen to the inner voice that resides deeply inside you. Listen to it. Listen to it. Ask Spirit for guidance. Every morning, especially since the lockdown, and I guess because before the lockdown, you know, life was just this frantic, frenetic, chaotic mess almost. And even in the work that I do, which is so uplifting and so beautiful, I was finding it a little bit too frenetic and chaotic. just to get to pay your bills every month, running from place to place to place. And now my mornings I spend with my spirit in prayer. And prayer can take many, many, many different forms. But for me, prayer is always connect with my spirit, connect with whichever deities that you connect with, be that your guides, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, your animal guides, your dragons, your ancestors, all your relations, God, the sun, whatever it is that you need to connect to, whatever essence it is that you feel most drawn to, and then speak good words into your day. Speak positivity into your day. For me, my first words after greeting the beings that walk with me, my first words are, Great Spirit, make me a hollow bone. What that means is, keep me open to the energy from Spirit. Keep me open. Keep me in flow. Let your energy and your Spirit flow through me so I can do good work every single day. So that my stuff is not getting in the way of doing something good today. Great Spirit, make me a hollow bone. Make me a conduit for your will. Keep me humble. Make my day beautiful. Show me where I can change. Show me how much better it could be. Make your signs clear so that I can see them, so that I can hear them. And then you can always say things like, I am healthy. I am love. I am protected. I am abundant. I am strong. I am calm. I am present. I am kind. And we say I am because it makes it so. It makes it now. It makes it immediate. So these are the ways that we can change our lives. It's by just starting the day with a simple practice, whatever your practice is and whatever suits you. Whatever suits you is fine. Spirit has many forms. So think on that. And then look what it is that you love to do. Because right now many of us are not working. I mean, I haven't worked since the 14th of March. And I'm working though. Every day I'm working. I'm doing other things. I'm listening to Spirit. Spirit has shown me where I can make a difference. I'm doing that. Spirit has reminded me how much stuff I have in my house, how much crap I've collected. Well, not crap because I'm using it for art. I've collected art and craft stuff for years. I have so much stuff that I can make different things for probably 5 years without ever going to a craft shop. I might need glue. That's about it. And that's the thing. We gather all these things to use at some point. Well, some point is now. Some point is now. What is it that I love to do? What is it that makes my heart happy? And that's what I've been doing. I have cupboards full of crystals. I've been turning them into pendants. They're just sitting there in boxes. What for? Turning them into pendants. I have a storeroom with containers full of copper wire and silver wire that I collected over the years from scrap metal dealers, Using it. I'm using it. I'm doing it every day. And this is what you need to do. It's a way of clearing out. And then while you're going through these things, you find stuff that you don't need anymore, that you can maybe pass on to other people that might need it, that might use it. We collect and accumulate so much, and for what? For what? If I'm not going to use it, I need to move it on. And that brings me to this. I keep saying to people, it feels like this time is a great stripping. It's a stripping of everything that we no longer need. If you ever look at the life you had before this, I miss a few things. I miss going and having coffee with friends. Not that I did it often, but I miss it. I miss having that thing. It's like just going out of the house for a while and sitting at a restaurant and buying myself a meal. I miss that. But these are not like life and death things. I think what you find out immediately when you're in these crises is that you need food and water, you need shelter, you need clothing, you need the love of your family and friends, and you need to reestablish your connection to God and Spirit and Great Spirit and whoever it is that you worship. Those are the important things. All the other stuff's not important. I've realized how much time and energy I've spent in my life on things that are not necessarily important, that make no difference, really. They were just obsessions at the time, distractions, keeping myself from owning the stuff inside of me that needed to be worked on. I'll just keep distracting myself. So we really need to reevaluate. And in order to do that, we need to be present. We can't be reevaluating from a place of anxiety and fear, because then you're making a knee-jerk reaction. You're doing something that is not necessarily of benefit because you're coming from a place of fear. I was watching a Russell Brand video, and he's not the most popular guy, but I like his take on things, and he's pretty eloquent. And he said, anyone who has been walking a path of awareness and spirituality, for those people, this time is not as hard as it is for other people. And the reason why is because if you walk a path of awareness where you're expanding your awareness and you're looking deeply into yourself and into the world, you will live with that underlying anxiety, because you see the possibilities of what could go wrong. Okay? Not that I live with anxiety, but you are aware that these things could go wrong. And if things go wrong, this is what could happen. And a lot of people don't live in that world. They've lived in the world is what it is, and it will always be like this. And so what he expressed is that this is just a different form of that anxiety. It's just a different form of it. And then it is a case of managing that anxiety, looking at it, calling yourself from the future into the present, calling yourself from the past into the present. The world we had, the world we lived in is gone. And it will never be the same again. It might return to some semblance of what we had, but it will never be the same again. Because this virus has changed everything, and it will change the world for many, many years to come. So yeah, I would just invite you to take this time, and instead of looking outside of yourself or at everything that's wrong, look inside of yourself and look and see, where is it that I can fix myself? Where is it that I can clean out inside of me, so that I can come to that pure essence, to that pure spark of who I am. Who am I? If you stop and you close your eyes and you switch off your mind for a short while and you just start to take long, deep breaths, you will at some point encounter you, the spark that is you. It is something to behold. And when you feel that spark that is you and you feel the magnificence of it, then you realize that it doesn't matter what's going on in the external world, what's happening out there, because you will always be okay. Your soul is just living inside of this machine called a body. And your soul is infinite and ancient and wise and beautiful, and it's comprised of love. That's what you are. You're a spark, a divine, beautiful, powerful spark of God. And it's a beautiful opportunity right now to really get acquainted with that part of yourself, going into that inner landscape that we never have time to go into. We never have time to interact with. We're always like, we're putting it off. We don't need to put it off anymore. When you wake up in the morning, set your alarm a little earlier. Lie in bed for 15 minutes and just be there with you. Just be there with you. Lie there in the dark and just be there with you. Feel who you are. Speak to God. Speak to Spirit. Speak to your spirit. Ask your spirit what would make it happy. Ask yourself what would make you happy. What would you love to do every day? People always say, oh, I want to travel. I think it's kind of crazy because travel's not a thing. So, it's not for me, like traveling is, I don't know, it's a luxury. Unless you're going to do something specific. But travel's a luxury. And but each one of us, I know for a fact that each and every soul on this planet has a calling, has some work to do beyond itself for the greater good of all. I know that for a fact. And this is the time for you to find that. And you'll get messages every day. You'll get these maybe a little picture in your head, maybe a little voice in your ear, maybe the lyrics of a song. Maybe you'll see a certain insect that you've never seen before, or you'll encounter an animal you've never seen before. And this is just the divine speaking to you. There's many ways that Spirit speaks to us. Take heed of those signs and move in that direction. If you're feeling uncomfortable about it, it's probably the right way to go. Because, discomfort is a sign of growth. So, yeah. Well, I hope you take these words and take them to heart. Do not be a prisoner of anxiety or fear. Do not be swayed by the external world, the media, and the politicians that are pouring their version of reality into your brain and into your face and into your ears every single day. Ignore it. It's not who you are. They want you to be a certain way. The more fearful you are, the more malleable you are. The less fear you have, the more powerful you are, the more of a difference you can make in the world, almost immediately. And everything is accelerated right now, super, super accelerated. So make your decisions, make your prayers, and make your life the life you've always wanted to live. Don't be afraid. Take baby steps if you have to, but start walking now. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. I send you love and blessings. Stay in your hearts and take care of yourselves. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay beautiful.